The attention to detail that Rockstar Games went into to make Red Dead Redemption 2 is absolutely off the walls insane. And while today's video isn't exactly a mystery, it is an example of this incredible attention to detail. In case the thumbnail and the title didn't tell you, this video is going to be about the lion. As in the entirety of the game, you can have one encounter with a lion, though I'm sure we're all aware of this. The stranger mission won't appear unless you're nearby to it, however it is just a little ways northeast of the M in Lemoyne, so that shouldn't be too difficult to find at all. When you get to this area, this is what you'll be met by.
What the devil are you looking at?
I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry. I'm ruined. Ruined!
How so?
It's a disaster. Who wants to see a woman wrangle wild animals who doesn't have any bloody wild animals? Come to America, they said. Come to the land of opportunity, they said. Sod you, Daddy, I said. I'm going to America to make it on the stage. I didn't want to be in the army. Ooh, now look at me. The old git will have a field day.
I didn't really understand any of that.
I had an act. The bravest woman in the world. The animal wrangler. Watch her tame wild beasts.
And you were the woman.
Of course I was the bloody woman. Look at me. It's the stage. Grease paint. Tears. No one wants to see a man wrangling wild animals. And no one wants to see a woman wrangling nothing. Can I borrow your gun? I want to shoot myself. You see, I'm buggered.
Why?
My animals, they escaped. And now I'm buggered.
What escaped?
A priceless Ranjaniki tiger from the slopes of the Hindu Heights. A fantastic, elusive zebra from the plains of Ongo Bongo by the shores of the Limpopo. And a magnificent lion from the grasslands of Tanganyika.
Yeah, I see your problem. They're pretty hard to come by around here.
Listen, friend, help a fellow out, would you? I'm beyond desperate. If you see any of them, will you bring them back here?
If I see a tiger or a lion or a zebra just roaming around.
Exactly. Well, I believe the zebra's up near Larned Sod. Distinctive creature that he is. I'll make it worth your while.
All right, madam.
It's bloody Margaret, not madam.
First we'll head up to Larned Sod where we'll find the zebra. Upon arrival you will notice that this zebra is actually just a mule that has stripes painted on it. So we have to calm it and then ride it on our way back to our boy Margaret.
Good grief! You found him! Our zebra!
Well, you can call him that. Although he's as much a zebra as you are a lady animal wrangler.
Oh dear, you're missing the point, aren't you? It's an illusion. A trick of the eye to bamboozle the senses. Confound comprehension.
Hoodwink your audience?
Hoodwink? Our audiences? Dear boy, don't be so dreadfully literal. No one will pay for the truth. They only pay for deception. The allure of the stage. Dreams and reality. What is the greater conjuring trick? Lassoing some poor beast on the plains of mumbo-jumbo land and shipping it here so it can dance the polka? Or turning, there, in the glare of those arc lamps, something mundane into something extraordinary? It's the difference between prose and poetry. It's alchemy. We're selling dreams, dear boy.
Well, as long as you don't pay me with tickets to your show.
Yes. Well, it's not everyone's cup of tea.
And speaking of my payment...
Of course. I shall make it worth your while. But, first, we shall need the whole menagerie back before we can think about that. My assistant's gone for the tiger.
Tiger?
Yes. And taken our remaining lion in case it could lend a paw. They're down there on Caliga Way. Please, I hate to ask.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Next we're sent down the ways a little bit to help Margaret's assistant find the tiger.
Hey, mister.
Oh.
Miss.
Howdy, mister.
Did you lose a tiger?
Yeah, you found one?
Nah, I found your caravan down the way. Margaret said that you might need a hand.
Oh, you weren't wrong. That tiger's missing. I sent our best lion out to find him, and now he's missing too. It is a right old predicament.
You're lying from Timbuktu, weren't you?
From Valentine, I think. He might be more of a kind of dog than a lion, but in a certain light, a feller could never tell.
Of course. Which way to go?
Into them shrubs over there.
Okay. Why don't you hop up on the wagon and I'll see if I can find his track.
Okay.
Upon searching for the missing animals, we come across the dog/lion laying dead in a pool of its own blood.
Oh, darn. Found your dog. Ex-dog, ex-lion.
Hey, boy! Oh, where's the rest of them?
I think a cougar took him.
That'd be Stripey. And I always thought they got along.
Your tiger is a wild cat?
Uh-huh.
What else? You still need it back?
Oh, yes, sir. She's our star attraction.
Well, let's hope it wants the other half of its dinner.
So we place the dead dog in the back of the wagon and hope that the cougar/tiger comes for the rest of it.
It won't be too far away.
I went out to find a tiger,
Cougar, you mean?
and I end up losing a lion.
Yeah, dog.
Ain't having any luck.
Well, if that's what you're dealing with, you didn't have any luck to begin with. Cougars and dogs.
Hey, it ain't what you got in this life. It's what you make of it.
Well, that's very wise of you. Especially when you're lacking zebras and tigers. Hey, keep your head down. It's coming.
Look, I really don't think she'll eat the dog. Like I said, they was friends.
Shut it.
Oh, I guess she's real hungry.
She's feral. I'm locking her in.
After locking the cougar in, that's one less animal that we have to worry about. So all that's left now is to ride this wagon back to Margaret.
Aha! I see you found each other.
Sure did, Mr. Margaret.
Jolly good, jolly good.
You know, tarring and feathering a donkey is one thing.
I beg your pardon? It's grease paint, makeup.
But playing dolls dressed up with a wild animal, you're gonna want to be a lot more careful.
Stripey ate King, Mr. Margaret. I saw her do it.
I always thought they got along.
Oh, she liked him just fine. She licked her chops and asked for seconds. Hey, speaking of which, you got any more word on that runaway lion, or are you gonna pay me for these misfits?
Look, I'm well aware that we're not Royal Command performance material. Daddy, you were right, goddamn you! But a cow barn in Rhodes is hardly Drury Bloody Lane.
You got any word on the lion?
Yes, I've got word on the lion. Shit is the word. Someone saw him near Emerald Ranch. As you know, we're lately very short on lions. So, I'd be very grateful. All kinds of grateful.
There's only one kind of grateful I care about.
So long, mister.
So far, these guys have given us no reason to believe that any of their attractions are real, so let's go find their other dog/lion. With eyewitnesses supposedly seeing the creature up near Emerald Ranch, that is where we must go. Upon arrival, you will see two men struggling to keep a barn door shut.
Hold your side! I am holding it. Hold yours!
What's the ruckus, boys?
Get back! We got a cursed creature in here.
Oh, yeah?
It's as big as a mule and as mean as a hellcat.
It looked like a lion to me.
That's a dog in there.
Dog?
Now, if you'll excuse me. Step aside.
What?
I said step aside.
The ranch hands seem alarmed by the creature that they've seen and tried to keep it inside of this barn. So now we head inside to go and find it.
Didn't look like no dog.
Come here, boy. Let's go.
Look what you done! Look what you...
One of the ranch hands who was once holding the door closed is now dead, quickly mauled to death by a large animal. This is not a dog. The animal has now moved across to the coops where the livestock is kept across from the barn. It is here we discover the true nature of the animal that we're tracking. We're forced to kill the animal. If it doesn't, it'll kill us in one strike, so you've kind of got no choice. The lion is now dead. But what's funny is the mission structure is set up to make you believe that this is not actually going to be a lion, and then lo and behold, what shows up? From its body you can collect a trophy, though it's a completely optional thing as to whether or not you do this, but I recommend doing it as there's no other way to actually get a lion's paw. Now that's dealt with, let's go and inform Margaret of the demise of his lion.
Odysseus returns! Sally, get the cages ready!
Yes, sir, Mr. Market, right away.
Man-eating lion. You didn't think that it might be useful for me to know that this time the animal was actually real, you moron?
Steady on. I clearly stated that we were looking
You
for...
haven't clearly stated anything in all the time I've known you. That could have been a goose for all I
A
knew.
goose will hardly get them to their feet for the curtain call. Bring on the king of the beasts, on the other hand, and they feel the roar. And they, well, look about as surprised as you do. What have you done with him, if you don't mind me asking?
I killed him. He's dead.
Bloody hell! This is Ramo, boy.
Well, it was him or me. Now, pay me.
Yes, of course, of course. I have just the thing. And what a treasure it is! You're a lucky man, sir. Very lucky man. From the mines of El Dorado, as green as the rainforest, as clear as the Amazon, and as dear as all the gold in the Andes. One man's labor is but a trifle compared to this jewel's true value. Wait! I shouldn't. What would Daddy say?
Your daddy ain't here, and we had a deal.
Yes, of course. A promise is a promise. Sally, get the wagons moving.
Ain't we waiting for the lion?
He's in the great hunting ground in the sky. Good day, sir, and thank you. But we really must be getting along.
Yeah, I won't keep you. So long.
So long, Mr. Morgan. Next time you see me, I'll be topping the bill, I promise. Or at least I'll be on the bill.
We receive an emerald for our reward for dealing with the lost animals, and thus concludes yet another crazy chain of side missions in Red Dead Redemption 2. What amazes me about these side missions in particular is the attention to detail which allowed for Rockstar to fully model a lion only to use it for less than a minute, and further consolidates my opinion that Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. This video is getting awfully long and I do apologise for that, but this is one example of a story that you just have to see through from beginning to end. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this video here before it gets stupidly long, so long that it's not even worth watching. So, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff. That would be super amazing. Maybe consider becoming a patron. There's a link in the description and in the cards, as Patreon is what helps support this content, though please only do that if you feel like it's worth it for you. There's extra content over there, so I think it's a fair deal. However, it's always subjective, isn't it? And I will see you all very soon with another video at some point.